god, like that's my favorite.
There we go.
Right,
That never happened.
Talking to adults.
Well, people that aren't too.
Season 2, episode 3.
Talking to adults.
Yeah, maybe that's what it'll be. So welcome to season 2, episode 3.
Oh, did we already start?
Of course I do. I do it to you every week. How have you not caught on to that
yet? I caught on to it, but I only catch on to it when you say welcome to podcast listeners.
Season 2, episode 3 of the PSA Podcast, Philosophy, Science, and Alcohol. The number one podcast on the internet combining philosophy, science, and at least one drunk host every week.
I have a half of a tiny bottle of wine.
If I had gotten the text earlier, I would have brought my bottle of vodka and my Red Bull, but you know.
There you go. She's having a different kind of party.
I'm sorry, that was my fault too. I was writing.
Well, I'm having a delightful IPA, so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And we'll probably chug triple sec later.
Yeah, apparently that's all we have is just, which apparently, as we found out, is just the mixer. It's not just because now
it is
alcohol.
A liqueur. It is an orange liqueur. It's at least 30 proof.
So what are we mixing it with? Mouthwash, like
rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. Yeah,
why hydrogen peroxide? That's not gonna get you drunk.
Well, it gets you foamy.
Ew.
Time to have rabies.
We can run around. Here's why we're gonna drink hydrogen peroxide, so we can run around and pretend we have rabies.
Why not?
All right, so this episode is called Talking to Adults.
Talking to adults.
We run around pretending we have rabies.
I guess we have to introduce ourselves. I am.
Sorry, I'm cold.
Oh, good. Bring that into my home.
I covered my mouth, Brent. Okay. What more do you want from me?
I am one half of the Every Week host team.
And I will be drinking, my drink of choice tonight will be NyQuil. It's mostly alcohol. And I am your other half of the podcast duo host team people. Brett Williams is mine. And here we have a very, very, very special guest. My favoriteest guest ever.
Oof, we've had a lot of guests.
Well, sorry, everyone who has been a guest on this, but this person has actually been my best friend since the first day of kindergarten. She's got seniority.
Oof.
I love you all, though. I really do.
Not as much as me.
And go ahead and introduce yourself to them.
I'm Dani Miller.
Welcome.
Yeah, and you can say whatever you want about yourself.
I've completely lost my identity since becoming a mom. I've got 3 fuck trophies. They're all gorgeous. I finally got a little girl here recently. So my life's pretty complete.
Aww.
So with that, and that I guess inspires the topic for the week, talking to adults, because you talk to children most of the day.
They're 6 and 2 and 5.5 months.
That's still real fresh.
So
yeah,
that's like not even half a year.
Oh, she's the easiest one of the bunch. I got real lucky on that one. I was worried after Wyatt.
Oh yeah, Wyatt's a terror.
Wyatt is a spitfire.
He's awful.
Oh, he is.
In like in like the best way.
Your child is awful.
He's just the middle one.
Of course, it's the middle one.
I love him, and he is the sweetest thing I've ever met in my life, and he loves everyone so freaking much.
Except that there was a video earlier today of him hitting you, and he's still going, "Now, woman."
Cord taught him that, and he wanted me to scratch his back, and he was like, "Now, woman, need back scratch." And I was like, "Okay."
Does it say something about your husband that he taught your son how to say "now, woman"?
His defense was he didn't think Wyatt would do it.
What? This kid eats off the floor, Danielle. Of course he's gonna do it.
Oh, that's all he does.
Oh, no, he does other
An
stuff.
impressionable child.
No, he is. He
and like,
there was one time I just wasn't thinking. I can't remember what the baby was sleeping. It was when she was a lot younger, and he was being really loud. And finally, like I got real close to him, and I like that harsh whisper that your mom used to give you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Wyatt, shut the fuck up!" Like I was so mad I didn't even think about it. And he goes, "No, Mama, you shut fuck up." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, don't say that. Don't say that."
No.
Don't say the things Mom says.
Oh, goodness. So, hey, this topic can be the philosophy and science of being an adult.
Being an adult.
Now, what does being an adult mean? So
Using the potty.
using the potty is one thing that makes you an adult, according to Danielle. So Noah's an adult.
He sometimes uses the potty.
Really? Noah doesn't?
No, he totally does.
Oh.
He just, we're still learning lots of stuff. Like, we gotta lift up the toilet seat because you can't quite reach. You gotta stand real close, kiddo. You're not as big as you think you are. If you get it on the seat, wipe it off.
That's what I love. Like, I love when you just get a parent that's just like, I don't give a fuck what I say.
Yeah. No,
Like, you get it.
no.
If
It's true, though.
if they're not saying it, I promise you they're thinking it.
Yeah.
Fair
Like,
enough.
don't lie to me, you're thinking it.
Yeah.
And I love all my children. They're all 3 very unique personalities.
What is an adult? Okay, scientists.
So adult.
Adult.
What is an adult? So, scientifically speaking, if we're going to go by pure science, it's basically once you hit puberty, you are considered an adult. That is, in scientific terms, sexual maturity is adulthood. So you've
In the eyes of the law.
in the eyes. No, not in the law. This is just
No, I'm
science.
saying it's different.
Oh, it's different in the eyes of the law. So, and I don't know why that is. Why that would. I mean, I understand some of why it is because your brain matures slower than your body does a lot of the time.
Well, where does it apply? Where does it apply in the sense of animals? Is it the same kind of thing? Like once you
sexual maturity, like you basically go through a juvenile state where you're basically going through puberty, and then when you reach sexual maturity, you're considered an adult. So, like you have, basically 3 stages of being a baby, a juvenile, and then an adult. And when you are of reproducing age, that's where you're considered an adult.
so scientific.
This
It's just blatantly like.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is, and but
Almost like puritanical.
Yeah.
Like you are of reproducing age.
Yeah.
You should be a fine fit.
I am a scientist, Brent. We were created by Puritans. So yeah, the idea that just because you can have a kid, it doesn't necessarily mean you're an adult is what we as people have decided.
Right.
Based on things like people getting drunk and like children having children and it just being really weird. That's why the term adulting has become a thing.
Yeah, that is in the
our current
last little
society.
bit. Like, I don't want to adult anymore.
Right. So like,
Oh, God, fuck
so
off.
what?
Go to work. Shut up.
But like, go to work with your job you can't get. Yeah. So like, the idea that our millennial generation isn't even an adult. We're not adults in a lot of people's eyes these days because we're all crying about adulting.
Yeah.
So, and the difference between being mature and being like old are 2 very different things.
Well, it says here in philosophytalk.org.
Ooh, that sounds like a reliable source.
In the Middle Ages, people married, had children, went off to war, and took on all the traditional trappings of adulthood by their early teens. But today, many people put off those trappings until well into their 30s. Some have even suggested that we need a new vocabulary to describe the variety of life stages experienced by 21st century humans.
I believe that. So what do we? Well, they already did with young adult.
Yeah, young
they
adult.
added young adult.
Tween.
Yeah, there's.
What is that's like?
Tweens are the worst people in the world.
There's only like
I
8
thought that was
months.
preteen, but it's preteen and then tween. And
No, I think that's the same thing.
Maybe it's like
Okay.
12 and 13 is like a tween.
tween.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, preteen I guess would be
Like 11 and 12.
Pre-puberty, maybe?
maybe. But I think they might be the same thing. But like, I would have to say that those are the worst people ever. I know this because I was one, and I found a diary from when I was.
Ugh.
Did you say anything bad about me?
No, I didn't say anything
Don't
bad about
lie.
you. No, I don't. I really don't think I did.
Okay.
I said so many bad things about my sister, though.
And I remember you
Oh
told me
my
about
god! I basically said I was gonna murder my sister. Like it was bad. I was a psychopath when I was It was really
I
bad.
remember specifically writing in my diary that I wanted to murder the beach because I hated going to the beach.
You wanted to murder?
Yeah, no, I remember drawing like
Good luck
two
with
stick
that.
figures and labeling one of them the beach, and then like me with like a gun shooting the
I
beach.
still love that letter that you. That was
my
today.
God, that fucking
That was
letter.
today that you posted that.
Stop sinning.
I love this.
Stop
Okay.
doing disgusting.
disgusting
I spelled it
things.
wrong. You know what?
Yes, please. Okay, so Danielle and I have been friends for
20
years now, and
Welcome to the welcome to the nostalgia and alcohol podcast.
yeah, really though.
No. This is very important.
This is an incredible
About adolescence.
This is an incredible note that Danielle didn't. Did you actually send it to me, or did you just write it and then?
No, I think I meant to give it to you, and
But
I
you never
never
did.
Or maybe Mom like stopped me because like I would have stopped me too.
I don't know if your mom would have.
Here we go. Do you want me to read
Yeah, this is 8-year-old Danielle to 8-year-old myself.
Okay, just please keep in mind that I was very impressionable, and like what my mom said like was law. Like that's the way it was. And when she was just like God this, God that, Jesus, it was like, oh yeah, Mom, you right, you know what you're talking about. So here it is. Dear Brett, and this is all spelled wrong. Please quit doing disgusting things. I can't. Because Jesus doesn't like that.
I remember that verse from Vacation Bible School.
I'm sorry, somebody else read that. I can't. Read it.
No, let me do it.
I'm
No.
looking at it. Third party because I laughed too hard.
Dear Brett, please quit doing DES cussing things because Jesus is not like that. Plus, Jesus really does love you. He even made you and me friends. Apparently, 8-year-old Danielle wrote like she was a fucking leprechaun. He even made me and me friends. Yes, don't forget to pray every night. Love, Danielle. So you also wrote the PS before the signature. That's all right.
Makes sense.
Oh my god.
That's all right.
I just love this.
I wanted to be cool.
He made me
Jesus,
I wanted her to know that I really did love her.
Jesus really does love. Plus, Jesus really does love you.
I'm starting to think maybe I maybe in my mind I thought maybe Jesus did love you because you were a sinning.
You were disgusting. Well, apparently you were disgusting.
I love how
Yeah.
you, somehow in your writing, managed to not put a space between the period and he, but a space after he and even. I don't know
Yeah.
how you.
I don't know,
You're
man.
also what?
like-
5 to 6, 6, 7, 7, second grade?
Oh, you spelled
No,
quit.
I was like in second or third.
Yeah,
grade.
You spelled
I was
quit
in-
Q-I-U-T. It's so cute. Cute.
I drew a picture of you with a bow in your hair.
Yeah, and then you're next to me with the short hair.
Yeah, because Mom chopped all my hair off.
Yeah, but we're wearing the same clothes for some reason.
Well,
I don't know. And the clouds are black, but the sun is shining, so that's important. This is,
Sun comes out even on dark days.
yes, don't forget to pray every night. Love.
Who am I shitting? I wasn't praying either, y'all.
Oh my goodness, I love it so much.
I didn't believe anything I wrote. I was just like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Oh my goodness.
This is how I get into heaven.
quit
Mom
doing-
said this is how I get into heaven. Spread the
Please
word of God.
Quit doing disgusting things. I want to know what disgusting things was I doing at 8.
All I can think about is I was playing with those damn Beanie Babies, but like I was doing it too. So like, why? I don't know. Kids are weird, and I dread the day Noah hits this phase that me and Brett hit. And we were just
He starts writing letters to
we
people.
started writing letters to people, telling them to stop being disgusting. It's just,
When a kid starts writing damning letters to people.
I was spreading the word of God.
See, but no, seriously, the only arguments, like real bad arguments that you and I have had,
We didn't
We're
talk for a
over-
whole 2 days,
right?
dude.
We're over the existence of God
I cried.
and the existence of two-headed turtles.
I thought our friendship was over the two-headed turtle. I remember crying in the school bathroom because I thought you weren't my friend
Oh
anymore.
my gosh, I love it. Let it be known that I was definitely right about one of those things. Just saying.
You're definitely right about both of them.
That's another topic.
Yeah, no.
That's another topic of discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Cord and I have been having doubts lately, so we were just recently
Oh,
talking
no.
about it. Yeah.
there are two-headed turtles. They do exist. For all of you out there who want.
8-year-old me says they don't, so they don't.
So
Yeah, they don't exist though. That's not a real thing.
Well, they do.
Sorry,
I'm gonna go cry in my bathroom if you don't affirm
stop
my belief.
my disgusting ways believing in two-headed
Stop being
turtles.
disgusting, bro.
Start praying at night. Beg for forgiveness.
You get on your knees and beg.
God likes groveling. It pleases him.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
That's funny. That's okay. But all right.
Back
so
to adulting.
Back to adulting, and what it means. So, how do we feel on what legally it means to be an adult? What's our take on that?
Well, legally, it can mean you're 18 years old and you're
I think it's muddled state to state.
still at 18. You don't have like all the freedoms. Like you can't buy a drink,
Right.
Yeah.
But in other countries it is at 18.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you say legally, like at 18, you are tried as an adult.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
yeah, but sometimes they'll try 16. Like I feel like
Depends
it
on
gets
the-
muddled like around 16 because a lot of times like if you're a runaway, they won't go after you if you're 16.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean they might, but they probably
Yeah.
won't. I think it gets really, really like there's a gray area between 16 and 18.
Right.
Depending on the severity
Especially
of the crime.
considering you can drive at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So,
It's not
and-
really running away.
well, if you think about
Driving
it,
away.
what do we think? Like it culminate. What does it come down to? What makes someone an adult? Because we definitely know that just being able to give birth doesn't make you an adult. There are plenty.
That's
of,
the easy part.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the easy part.
There are like plenty of kids, and I had a girl that I work with teens at the museum. There's a girl who said that like she had kids in her middle school that were pregnant.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, I remember. I
That
distinctly
floors me
remember
because
there
we
was.
didn't have that problem. I remember like one
I don't
person
think
was
we had
pregnant in high school, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!"
I know.
And it just.
and then
By the way, this
particular.
particular one, she's been married ever since. Like she got married that year, and she's with the same guy. They've got 5 kids now. One of them.
5 is too many.
Well, no, she adopted one of them. It was her husband's like second cousin or something. And her parents, something happened. The kid got taken away, so they went up there and they got
I
her.
want to go on the record and say that 4 is too many, as well. Danielle, you're getting
You're pushing.
3 might be too many. We'll see.
Don't look at me like okay. I'm done for
Well, no,
now.
I distinctly remember there was when I was a 6th grader,
I just
there
have
was
a
a
fourth
girl
to
in our
spite you.
class that missed 7th grade year because she was pregnant.
I don't.
That's so.
I don't.
Mind-boggling
We never
to me.
had that.
I don't think we ever had anybody in our middle school.
We didn't.
That's intense.
Yeah.
It was, I guess that's why it's.
Didn't
so,
you go to like a really conservative school?
No, I went to
Oh, you went to public school.
Yeah, I went to public school.
But then you went to private or
College.
College.
No, yeah, and then I knew a girl I was in theater with in high school that had like 2 kids. or
2?
something. Yeah, something like that. Or-
Jesus.
yeah, she was
I
like
can't.
she had a kid, and then I was a sophomore when she was a senior.
But like, I think that.
and like the end of the year, she was like kind of starting to like, oh, you're
But like, how like,
we're gonna need
how
a
can you
big aerobic
expect to
graduation.
train like children to be adults when you're still a child?
like when you're still in school and shit. I don't know, man.
That's hard. Man.
I've never been in situations.
But that's
I
our.
don't know.
But the question is
I don't even
that
feel like an adult.
the
mean,
difference between our just societal norms and I don't want to say everywhere else, but differing places around the world to where
Yeah, I mean, back
you
in
look-
the day, you could be like 13 and run a country.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
if you were just born
I
to
mean,
that.
and it's I think
Like a,
well, okay,
or if
okay,
you're
okay.
cultural today, like a quinceañera, you're considered an adult.
Here's the thing too. I think one of the bigger differences is how much longer people are living. I think that's
Right.
one thing people like. Well, they're like, well, you know, there's all this stuff, and you just keep pushing. Well, it keeps getting pushed back because people keep living longer. Like if
Yeah.
you talk about back in the day, like yeah, you were married at like 15 or
Yeah,
16.
because you only lived to
You lived
50.
to 32.
Yeah.
If you were lucky.
Yeah.
If you were lucky and didn't die during childbirth,
Yeah.
like, of course you were considered an adult sooner because.
Yeah, even if you weren't emotionally. No, nowadays it's more like, are you emotionally ready?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I'm sure you're forced to grow up a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
And, I
definitely.
mean,
Yeah.
kids are coddled now. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I kind of coddle my kids a little bit, but like, there's a time when you got to cut the cord, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
You want those helicopter parents.
I don't know. I'm pretty. I don't know how to explain it. I don't do like my mom did. Like my mom would leave me alone without a second thought. I remember waking up when I was like 3 and nobody was in the house, and I panicked and went to the neighbor's house. I couldn't imagine like going off and leaving Wyatt in the house. Like, no, that just like
burn it down.
Well, like that's just it. Like a lot of people today will like say that this generation has it so easy, and blah 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 blah. Like, and or.
So easy. New car seat laws and CPS up your butthole. Because back then people minded their own business. Now it's like that woman was outside with a baby on her hip smoking a cigarette, and I don't think it's right. Now I'm not saying that you should be outside. Like I don't think you should be smoking with a baby on your hip, but that's also none of my business.
Oh man.
I'm outside of my own trailer. And that's the shit I do.
Oh my god.
Oh, you gonna get mad at me for drinking this Budweiser too, huh? You get mad at that?
I just love it. Like, I think the main difference is that whenever I go to like visit you and your kids, is that generally at some point, it's usually like 2 or 3 times per visit that someone will say, hey, where's Wyatt, usually.
It's always Wyatt.
It's usually Wyatt.
Because he gets away from me, man.
But like,
he's fast.
But if you gotta think though, like I don't know how many times my mom ever said that about me. Like, I might have just been like,
there's only 2 of y'all.
Yeah, but still, like.
No, I feel you.
Like, how often do you think
Wyatt.
that you were? Yeah, it is.
He's a spit. I always know where Noah's at, but Wyatt, God.
Yeah, he just wanders.
I look away for 2 seconds and that kid is gone. I feel like I need a GPS on him because.
But like, how many times do you think that people like back in our
microchip it
when we were kids, like actually cared? Like you wandered off and that was your own.
And they're like, well, they'll get back when they're hungry.
Yeah,
I mean, that was. Well, I mean, I just think I remember hearing my mom say that one time when she was just like, "Have you guys seen Danielle? Oh, she'll be back when she's hungry." And like I was just in the other room, but like I was known to wander to other neighborhoods and stuff, and nobody thought twice about it.
Yeah.
Like mom would send me down.
Like how many times
on my bike
if you think about like when you were little and how many times you just kind of like went somewhere without.
Oh, I didn't.
You did. Well, you were very.
Well, I was.
Sheltered.
Wait, were you a firstborn?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't even.
Neither were you. I was.
Okay, well, my brother was the firstborn, and my mom really didn't know where he was at.
Shit.
Yeah.
Brett can attest to that.
Actually, Tara was the same way. She was allowed to do whatever she wanted. I had a little more of a thumb.
That's
funny.
I was completely the opposite.
Yeah, Mom kept a little bit more reign on me, but it wasn't much. I mean, Ben went and did whatever he wanted, and wasn't a big deal. And then me, it was just like, yeah, Danielle, you can ride your bike into the other neighborhood. Yeah, you can ride up to the store. Here's some money. Hey, order a pizza, Danielle. And 5 years old, you know. But now it's like, God, I can't imagine letting Noah ride his bike up the street without me.
Yeah.
Somebody will snatch him up. He's too dang cute. And he says, yes, ma'am, no, me, real polite. Somebody want him. Wyatt, they might send back.
Like, hey, we took this kid. We don't want him.
We're sorry.
Just holding him like, we're sorry.
Can you just holding him? Just like they just like try to chain him to like the front porch. He's like, this thing, you need to take this inside. Keep it inside. You just get a call. You gotta like microchip that kid, and you just
tried to get on the bus with Noah the other day. Like he's
ready to.
I had to chase
out.
him down. Yeah, he's intense. But he likes to go and do. I'm probably gonna have him tested. To be honest, gonna get him tested.
Yeah, oh my god.
No, he's got some kind of behavioral issue going on there that needs to be addressed.
Just a middle kid.
He's the middle kid. He's just acting out. He's
been rough since he was born. Man, he's been screaming since he was born.
Yeah,
he was my most difficult child. Maybe that's why Stacy seems so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
girls tend to be easier until they become teenagers, and then.
Oh no, I'm sure she'll give me hell.
Oh no, my parents straight up told me if they had my brother first, they would have stopped at 1 kid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, if I used to tell you if I had Wyatt first, I would have stopped, and then I had the oopsie pregnancy. I couldn't say that anymore. But like Stacy was a big oops.
Danielle.
She was a big oops.
You know how the other 2 were made, right? Like how How is this
I'm
news?
not dumb.
We know you're fertile. Just
I didn't realize I was that fertile.
Super fertile.
You got like millions of eggs in there. You know.
I
just looked at me sideways.
Yeah, he looked at me funny.
It just popped out.
He looked at me and said, "Let's have a baby," and it just happened.
It just happened. That was it.
God,
Then he went and watched TV. I went upstairs into bed and.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I mean, I literally just got my period, like one period, and like, you know, you don't know if they're gonna be regular or not, and then I just didn't have another one, and I was all like, well, it's probably just irregular, and then Cor was like, I don't feel good, and I was like, what?
You don't feel good.
Yeah, no, because I had him with Wyatt. Cor got really sick. He got morning sickness, like really, like he was sick. He was sick every morning for like 2 weeks, and then I took a pregnancy test, and I was pregnant.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That was a little...
Happened with Stacy too.
I think he just has some sort of illness. You know, I check that out.
That's pretty coincidental.
I think you're the one who's supposed to get morning sickness.
Yeah, I am. I had morning sickness really bad with Noah, but I haven't had it with. I didn't have it with Wyatt. I had it with Stacy a couple times, but it wasn't that bad. Noah about killed me. I don't know how I got so fat with him. I was so sick all the time.
Oh dear. So this is what being an adult is.
Yeah, this is...
It's getting real sick and having...
Pooping out kids.
And having kids.
Pooping out kids.
And having accidents sometimes. What?
Oh.
I'm just saying, accidents happen.
Would you ever tell your kid that?
I probably wouldn't word it like that.
You wouldn't call her your oops kid, like, and her birthday cards just be like, oops, we love you.
Happy graduation, BT Dubs.
You're an unplanned surprise.
Unplanned miracle.
Oh,
No.
Unplanned miracle. Yikes. Oh, no. No.
Well, no, Noah was a surprise, sorta. Noah, I was really, like, I cried a little bit. I mean, I think I cried with all my kids because I was just like, no. She wasn't ready. No, but no, like, I went and
I cannot wait till your kids hear
I
this
went and
podcast.
thought I had the flu.
I wish.
And they were like, well, yeah, you do have the flu.
But you're also pregnant.
But don't worry, the baby's okay, and all the meds are safe for the baby. And I was like, safe for the what? And they're like, oh, yeah, you're pregnant.
I did not want to find out this way, doctor.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of hilarious.
But I mean, you know, at least I'd been married, I guess.
Thermoflu is safe for the baby. The what?
I was married for over a year.
Yeah, but
I wasn't, like, in the beginning, I was like, yeah, we'll have kids. And then, you know, we tried, didn't happen. You know, I wound up pregnant and I miscarried. And then I was just like, I'm done, I'm good. And like, this is a sign, we're not ready, whatever. And then I had my gallbladder removed, and
I don't know if you have any body parts left.
It was like the next, it was a couple days later, they had a Christmas party, and like, I was like, I really don't feel good, I can't go. And he was like, no, they gave you meds for it, you'll be fine. So I took the meds and went, and then I'm pretty sure that was the night that Noah was conceived.
He was conceived when you had the flu?
No, when I just had my gallbladder removed.
Oh. That's sexy. Ow.
Yeah.
Girl, you looking fit as fuck. Did you lose a gallbladder? Oh, man.
Let me see that gallbladder scar, girl.
Yeah.
One more time. Oh.
Ooh. Danielle, I did not know that story, actually.
Really?
I don't think you told me that one.
Oh, oldest friends learning things.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really ask how you conceived.
But you remember Travis, right? Travis Mason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he pretty much took care of me the whole beginning of the pregnancy, because Alex just kind of, I think he was frustrated because he knew there was nothing he could really do. But like, Travis would sit there in the bed with me and like hold me while I cried, because he would bring me a pillow and a blanket into the toilet, like when I was just like hugging the toilet all morning, and Alex like would barely even hug me. And then that was that's kind of when the marriage just like.
This is getting sad.
Yeah, this is getting.
Yeah, but I think it's just the way he was raised. I think he just didn't know how to love anybody.
No,
I mean, I'm sure he loves his wife very much. Me and him, we never should have gotten married.
Yeah.
But like our relationship's fine. Like as far as co-parenting goes, we just romantically it was a disaster. I don't know who we were trying to kid.
Fair enough.
Probably my mother.
Oh, this fucker.
It's okay.
It's getting way too personal.
This
Sorry.
is not real.
Sorry.
This is the most unplanned podcast
I'm
slash
so
most
sorry,
personal podcast.
This is a personal podcast. Is what this is gonna be called.
this is gonna be
I'm so sorry,
private.
guys.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, share it with the world. I hope Alex hears it. Love you. Mean it.
Ooh.
You should have married Kat first.
Ooh, damn. All right, airing out our dirty laundry.
Alrighty.
All right.
So, I mean, we could talk about marriage if we wanted to. We had planned to talk about that, but...
That's part of being an adult.
An adult, all right.
Yeah, well,
As far as today's society goes, anyway.
Well, yeah, I think that's actually okay. Better than whatever other website I was reading. Psychology Today talks about how our ideas of adulthood come from post World War II. That an adult is you're living on your own, earning your own way, and have a spouse and a kid and a house.
Those are all the things that make you an adult.
Yes.
So, like, Bill Nye is not an adult. Because he doesn't have a wife or a kid.
Oh, I thought he had. Oh, he doesn't?
Nope, he's
got
single.
a girl. No, well, he has a
He's a
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
He salsa dances with, because that was on a podcast.
I know,
listened
I
to.
saw that.
Yeah,
He's
well,
so cool.
I think.
But it doesn't
Well,
have children.
well, yeah, but I think that's interesting because I think it's that our idea of adulthood comes from some sort of weird post World War II, 2.5 kids, white picket fence, like
Right.
that was what our grandparents wanted, which they kind of infused into our parents,
Yeah.
and our parents kind of gave us the same thing, but they had gone through the 60s and 70s and the 80s maybe. I don't know how old
So
your
now we have
parents
some
are.
kind of combobulated idea of adulthood.
Sure. I think, well...
I still don't feel like an adult, but I think it's because I'm still young.
Well, the thing is, that's just it, going back
adults
to...
here, adult.
Back to, biology and, and that kind of stuff, science-y kind of stuff. An adult in, the animal world, in some very social... populations, social species like humans or elephants or what have you, the adults are teaching the younger animals how to find stuff. The matriarch of the elephant herd is showing the rest of her herd where everything is. The males that reach sexual maturity when they start to what is it called? I should know what this is called. Anyway, when they start showing signs of puberty, essentially, they get kicked out, right? And they have to go find another herd.
Yeah.
Because they're just wrecking shit up. And so they're like, please get out now. And so the idea that, it's that time when either you get kicked out of the nest or you become some sort of matriarch of your family unit, that's
I've
the
had friends
idea
that
of adulthood.
they're still living with their parents,
Yeah. I'm living with my mom.
which is
Well,
fine. But
okay.
Carly, she's a registered nurse.
Yeah.
She's living at home, but she's got massive student loans, debts and student loans.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's interesting you brought
how
that up.
she can live.
This is a long passage. Indeed, if we'd been looking, we would have first seen the straight-shot embrace of adulthood began to unravel as early as the 1980s. A first sign was the number of young adults living at home with their parents for longer. The share of 18 to 24-year-olds living at home had been on the rise, but it jumped from 48% in 1980 to 54% in 1984. And then in 2009, so that's still 7 years ago, was 53%.
Yeah.
Was I living at home in 2009? Was I living at home in 2009? We both were, weren't we?
They should have headphones in.
Never mind. Good talk. See you out there. Yeah, because we met in March of 2009, and we were both post undergrad, and we were living at home.
I graduated high school and immediately moved out.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And
I
didn't
didn't
go
want to
well.
go back.
Oh, it didn't go well.
And I graduated and went to college and then was living my own sort of, even though my mom was paying for my rent. And then after I graduated, I moved back with my mom.
Well, this is, it says many young people realizing that factory jobs were disappearing and the steady work was quickly becoming a thing of the past, flocked to higher education. But of course, aspirations are one thing, and completing a degree is quite another. So it's almost like our ideas of adulthood are so societally and economically driven,
Right.
that, like, you know, like, I mean, you look at, like, you say, like, even if 60, 70 years ago, like World War II, you had 16-year-old kids lying about their age just so they could go fucking fight in the war.
Yeah.
And then they'd come home at 18 and, you know, pick up a job and, like, have a spouse and a kid and all that stuff. And that was just, like, but, like, so did everybody. Mm-hmm. But then, you know, it gets further on down and, like, I don't, you know, I was, this is kind of a weird personal thing. I was just going into my sophomore year of college, and I had a crush on a girl who was graduated college, and she's like, I can't date you. And I was like, oh, well, why? And she's like, because you're in a different part of your life completely. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, now on the far side of that, like, I completely agree.
Yeah.
But at the time, you were like, come on, man.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like, people go through different phases. I think that what really, like, if, like, sciencey wise, if what makes an adult is different for men and women too. It's really when your frontal lobe ends up so developing brain is the frontal lobe when it becomes fully developed. That's what is considered an adult, which is why you can't try a minor because their frontal lobe isn't fully developed, which is where judgment comes in. And so you can't basically try someone going through puberty because their judgment is all fucked up. And we all know it. Which is why you can also plead, like, insanity because your judgment is impaired. But does that make that person with impaired judgment not an adult? It makes them apparently not responsible.
Yeah.
Does responsibility make you an adult? Is that where it comes in? Like, what level of responsibility makes you an adult?
Man,
Yeah.
plenty of grown people that aren't responsible, so...
Truth.
What
does Wikipedia say about what is an adult? What is the definition? Let's look at the definition.
Definition.
What is the definition?
God damn it. I typed in adult into Google and immediately pulled up all the adult superstores in my radius.
Yes,
Oh,
we know what you've been Googling.
Adam and Eve. It's on Capitol.
Yeah.
It's not that
there's a
far.
Priscilla's right there too. That's where I always shopped at.
Priscilla's is
They're
pretty
cheaper.
Really?
Yeah, and there's a huger, like much better selection.
Huh.
Priscilla's.
This podcast sponsored by Priscilla's. Biologically, an adult is a human being or other organism that has reached sexual maturity.
Like I said.
In human context, the term adult, air quotes, you can't see it because it's a podcast, additionally has meanings associated with social and legal concepts. In contrast to a minor, a legal adult is a person who has attained the age of majority, and therefore regarded as independent, self-sufficient, and responsible. Age of majority is the threshold of adulthood as recognized or declared in law. When minors cease to be considered children and assume legal control over the person's actions and decisions, thus terminating the control. And he goes, so
when you don't belong to anybody else, you're an
legally,
adult.
when you can claim yourself as a dependent on your taxes is when you're an adult.
So you can't be claimed as independent on your
Yes, you can
taxes.
claim yourself as independent. on your
So it's all
taxes.
financial. So as soon as you cannot be claimed as a dependent, you are an adult.
Yeah.
All right.
That is.
Huh.
Most countries set the at 18. So that's a legal term is age of majority. Is when you are legally. It's almost as if when your parents are legally not responsible to do, like if they want to say fuck you, that's the age they can say it.
Rock on. All right, so am I an adult? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if my mom
technically,
still claims me as a dependent on her taxes.
Well, I mean, she can.
She
if you
can.
live with her, but I mean, you have to be all like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
The majority. Well, good lord.
But-
We have a list of all the countries. The majority. Oh, that's funny.
What?
The majority of countries in the world set it at 18. Cambodia, Indonesia, Iran is like 15. There's a couple more. Cuba, United Kingdom is 16.
Yeah, because everyone's drinking.
That's true. North Korea is 17. A bunch at 19. Japan is 20. What are countries?
Do you need
Yeah.
All right, here's
Okay.
another thing about being an adult. Danielle has to pump. She's got a baby.
Yeah, no, and I didn't wash my bottle, so I have my manual pump.
I don't know what that means.
It means like
It's about to get
I
weird.
usually have a machine that does it,
Yeah.
but this one is handheld because it's the one that was clean.
Cool. Go ahead.
Sorry, I've actually got to pee. I'll be
Okay.
right back. And do you have a jacket like that I can just like hold over me while
I
I?
can get you like a blanket or something.
Yeah, a blanket would be good after I pee.
Okay, well, I was going to say it's interesting that United
Like,
States.
we just had the quote that we just got. I have been pregnant or nursing for most of my adult life.
I have.
Is what Danielle just said.
Well, yeah, my entire marriage I've been either pregnant or nursing.
Yeah.
And or nursing. Like I was nursing while I was pregnant with Stacy. Because Wyatt was I nursed him till he was almost 2.
All right.
All right.
I would have made it too if he hadn't gotten pregnant. So I had to.
Well, here's something interesting. The age of majority in the United States is 18,
Uh-huh.
except in Alabama, 19, Nebraska, 19, Puerto Rico, 21, and Mississippi, 21.
Mississippi's
That's weird.
21.
Mississippi is 21.
Why?
I would have thought like Alabama and Mississippi was more like 16,
Yeah,
15 because of
12.
just
Jesus.
how they are.
You can marry your cousin, but not till they're 21.
Right. Huh.
That's most of the world is 18. That's
Well, surely they let you
interesting-
get married at 18 anyway because that's pretty much the norm. I mean, right?
Well, I mean, but is that going back to, is that biologically the age where like most people
21?
18?
18.
Is 18 the age where most people are like, if you're
Frontal
not
lobe.
mature, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If your frontal
Yeah,
lobe
so
hasn't matured by then like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Most men, their frontal lobes don't mature until their 20s. Like fully.
Huh.
That's just why men make a lot of really stupid decisions when they're 18. But women tend to mature much earlier. So women's frontal lobe tends to mature as early as 16. But men take a little while to catch up. But 18, I guess, is the nice medium between the two, and men don't like to feel left behind, so...
I mean, I know plenty of girls that are kind of petty though. So
Pettiness, that's different, though. I mean, your frontal...
is it different?
Your frontal lobe maturity has nothing to do with how petty you are. Because I know a lot of older people too,
Yeah.
that are very, very petty. And I'm sure their frontal lobes are perfectly
I know a
mature.
lot.
Like, I mean, I've played a game of patty cakes before, but like, I'm pretty. I try not to be.
Yeah, no,
That's okay.
it's really a matter of whether or not you can make an informed decision or judgment based on your, like how your brain is like a sponge, and when you're little it's growing so quickly, and you're basically just retaining as much information as possible, and there's a point in your maturity where you stop gaining you still continue to gain information, but you start to actually use that information
Right.
towards things. You start to problem solve, and you start to come up with your own abstract thoughts or whatever have you, and that's where frontal lobe development is pretty much ready to go. It's ready for you to think your own thoughts at that point. So you're an adult basically when you can think your own thoughts and you're not just regurgitating what you've read.
Which
And I
brings me
think
back to like us getting in that fight about God.
yeah,
I was regurgitating what I was told.
Sure.
I didn't
you were
necessarily-
a child.
Well, yeah,
though.
I was young and I was impressionable. Like it,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I don't believe now or anything. It just means it's easier to start young.
Yeah,
I
I think the ability to rationalize the decisions that you've made, like I think that's what really makes you an adult. Is it regardless of what those rationalizations are? Like I could totally disagree with you, and I think that you're an immature asshole for thinking those things. But the fact is, you in your own mind have rationalized this thought that you have spewed out of your mouth hole, and I'm.
I thought you were gonna say suckhole.
You would. I'm just kidding. I love you. Just shrug it off, Danielle. Yeah. So I think I think personally I think that's what makes an adult. It's not really an age. It's not really a legal thing. It's not. Of course, I'm a biologist. It's not sexual maturity. It's when you are able to rationalize your own decisions. Your brain is to that point.
I think that's a pretty good summary. I think because, I mean, everybody knows 18-year-olds that are perfectly fine living on their own and mature enough to make their own decisions, and I know 30-year-olds that I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Go back home.
He says, pointing to himself.
Aww, yeah.
Oh, you want to be a comedian. That's cute.
You're so cute.
Oh, you're trying so hard.
Oh, dear.
Man. All right.
How long has this podcast been?
45 minutes.
Sweet. Let's play a quick game of $1 million. Okay, so
cut this part out.
you don't have to cut this part out.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna explain it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this card game. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity.
But not as soul crushing.
I like Cards Against Humanity.
It's fucking soul crushing.
I love Cards Against Humanity. But this is what is it called?
It's called $1 Million But. It is
$1 Million
produced by.
But.
Okay, so going in why I want to do this. I thought our episode of morality was really fun. We were asking like hypothetical questions and stuff like that.
That was good.
That was really fun. This game, it's kind of the same idea. It is produced by Rooster Teeth, which is a very, very funny YouTube channel that produces a lot of very quality content, including the basis for this card game.
This episode brought to you by Priscilla's and Rooster Teeth. This is just a promotional episode.
It absolutely is. Let's get sponsored. All right, let's monetize this shit.
Woo.
So what I will do is you pull out a black, what are they called? Scenario.
Okay.
And then you pull out a gold card, which has a...
I just want to hear the scenarios. I don't even want a gold card.
Well, no, the gold cards are the funny one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for example, $1 million, but...
Okay.
And whenever someone greets you, you have to engage in a dance battle with the closest person and win.
So like whenever we see each other,
you both have to pick somebody closest to you and engage in a dance battle. Now the question is, would you do that for $1 million?
And I would win every fucking time.
No. You have to win though.
Yeah, I would because I'm an amazing dancer, Brent.
And I'm not.
No. This is just a random person, not specifically you and me.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I think I would take you. Do you want to go?
Shit.
Do you want to go? Dance
This
battle.
isn't gonna be.
It's not
gonna be.
I was like, put a pole in front of me and I can No. I don't know.
Would you do it for $1 million?
I mean, do I only have to do it the one time?
No,
or
every
like
time.
For the rest of my life?
Every time you greet someone?
Every time you greet someone.
Every time you greet someone.
Greet someone.
Or meet someone.
But yeah, like when you walked into my house tonight, I was like,
So
hey Brett, and
every
you're like, hey
time I
Brett.
walk in, I would have to do that.
Yeah, if you wanted $1 million.
But when I get $1 million every time I do that, or just
no, just the one.
No.
Really? You wouldn't do that for... I would do that for $1 million.
Okay, here's a more simplistic one.
It would take so much time out of my day.
Right?
Like, I would have to do my whole day with
especially if the other person
I'd be so fit. I would just be like...
But like what? Like, and I feel like you could almost surprise people to the point they're like, what the fuck's going on? And you're like, all right, I win.
Yeah.
But then you get the one person that's like a real good dancer.
And then I lose my $1 million?
No, you still get to keep it. But I mean, you have to win.
Yeah.
So you gotta go till they quit. You gotta win. You either gotta win by pure winning, or you gotta win by forfeit.
I could win by forfeit.
You can just dance.
Just dance. You do it.
All right, $1 million, but whenever you need to change a light bulb, you get a paper cut between your fingers.
Oh, no.
For $1 million.
Oh, come on. You don't have to change a light bulb that much.
Anymore.
Use candles, Danielle. That's all that is.
That's the way around
Don't
it.
have light bulbs.
Yeah.
And
Or I could just have cord change them.
There you go.
There you go.
Where
You would never have to change a light bulb if you
Done.
had maids that you bought with your $1 million
yes.
to change your light bulbs for you.
All right. Here's more one in the
paper cut while you're changing light bulbs. You clearly don't know how to change a light bulb.
Well, no, they come in cardboard packages. You could just have to the cardboard.
cardboard
so
cuts are
bad.
way worse.
Yeah. $1 million though.
Never touching that cardboard.
I would have
$1
somebody
million.
else change my light
Yeah, have
bulbs.
someone else change a light bulb.
I would use candles. I mean, I think that's
Or
a
use-
good-
I haven't changed a
Be
light
very
bulb in
pretty.
years, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, I mean these
Change
daggone
those.
halogen whatever.
they last forever.
Yeah.
Well, no, cord just changes them.
Oh, that too.
That's why you need to get married. You change light bulbs.
There you go.
No paper
Get married,
cuts.
so I don't have to change my light bulbs.
There you go. You get $1 million and no paper cuts.
We really should have that marriage conversation. That's the only reason to get married is so someone else could change.
So
the light
someone
bulbs.
else, say you get $1 million,
Yeah.
and you don't get paper cuts.
That's right.
$1 million, but when you get a haircut, a random person in the world gets AIDS.
You know what? People are randomly getting AIDS all the damn time, Brent. The hell does this have to do with my haircut?
I'm just saying.
I cut my hair like once every 18 months. So, I mean...
Once every 18
Danielle,
months.
you know how many people are getting AIDS just you sitting here right now pumping? There's so many people.
I like how you immediately apply it to a real world like situation / problem.
It's
Who's randomly getting
Yeah,
AIDS?
right? No, people get AIDS and it happens like constantly. This is my haircut has nothing to do with this.
Like how you know, but like randomly.
That's what
Like it's like I mean,
It said the card said randomly.
yeah, one per like.
Just one person?
Yes.
I guess you would have to give it to someone. But like,
Well, no, I'm not saying like
what
you
if,
get
if
like.
it's just like one-on-one,
Every
it's not
time
like
they
an
start
orgy.
cutting-
No, I'm saying
But
you
get
cut their
there.
hair and someone's like, oh fuck, I have AIDS.
Oh,
like
you
have
cut
no clue.
their hair.
No. I go.
I'm getting a haircut.
I go to
right.
Great Clips and I sit down in the chair and they start cutting my hair and then somewhere in Italy someone's like, oh fuck, I got AIDS.
How do they know?
I don't know.
They went to the doctor and got tested.
Yeah.
That day?
Well, I mean, maybe like.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It could be like. I mean, wow, no, that's such a dumb.
I really
See,
could
that's
care
the thing.
less.
Like $1
Or they
million.
wind up with AIDS and they don't know it yet. They find out later. But
You get $1
they got
million,
it.
but someone in the world dies. Like, what? Like the odds of you knowing that person are 1 in 7 billion.
But now we're getting into moral.
Well, I know.
It's 7.7 billion.
7 point.
But
Yeah.
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't know that Italian guy with AIDS or girl.
And he could still live a while.
Yeah, actually, these days medication is
Yeah.
on point. Sorry, guy who got AIDS because of my haircut. Really.
$1 million, but let's say this will be the last one because this is. We'll see where this one
A
goes.
doozy.
Every time you see your reflection, you get a raging erection, even if you're a woman.
I already do. Have you seen this? Have you seen this face?
No, they haven't because it's a podcast.
I know. You saw the picture if you're
Okay,
watching
yes.
the podcast.
Oh.
Every time, like.
I look in a mirror a lot.
I know that's what I'm saying, but it's not even just a mirror. It's like you
Anytime
see a
you see your
store
reflection.
window that's like a little too reflective, you get a boner.
Oh shit! Look at that piece of ass. Every damn time.
Like you, okay, so you're walking into
For
your
$1 million
kid's school.
pills, yeah, I'd be in love with myself.
I mean, I've had this conversation with you and many people that like if I did have a wiener, it would be really small. So
She said wiener.
if I did have a wiener, it'd be really small. So that
I like how she said. I like how earlier in the podcast she says like conception and like all this stuff, and then she's like wiener.
Don't say wiener.
No, so I'd have a really little one, and I don't feel like the boner would bother me very much. And if it bothered you, I've got $1 million. I'd do it.
I don't care about you. Wiener.
Look at this boner.
Oh my
Look at
gosh,
my
it would be
lady
so.
boner.
Oh my gosh, you would have like the best sex life ever. You would just put a mirror over your bed and you never lose it.
Holla.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, that's practical. That's
Best sex
practicality.
life and $1 million.
I would
Hell
never,
is yeah.
would never need Viagra.
Right? Oh my god, we'd save so many random.
Some rhinos.
Yeah, because
pandas.
No, because rhino horns are used in
Aphrodisiacs. Oh.
Chinese medicine, which is totally stupid. It doesn't really work.
Oh.
Brent, don't give me that look. It doesn't actually work. Yeah.
Note to self: find rhino horn.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, but can you imagine how many like lives we would save if that was like a real thing?
But then again, at the same time, you would just get so many more kids because like. There's probably people losing erections that if they hadn't, they would have gotten kids.
Then we just sell more contraception. Why
yeah.
is this a bad
I
thing?
don't know. I'm just I'm just saying. I'm just like, I feel like you just have to take this.
What,
to the
every
natural-
time you get a boner, you have to have sex? Every time?
Nah.
No, yeah.
Well, duh.
All right.
every
Just
long,
goes to show you
every
how
long road
weird.
trip, you get at least one.
Yeah. I mean, has anyone ever heard of masturbation here? No? Just me? That's weird. That's strange, isn't
That's strange. That's it.
it?
She's got kids.
We joke about that, but...
We
All right.
joke about that. No one else has heard of it.
No. It's not a real thing. Masturbation doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
I know for a fact Cord masturbates playing. Because he stays in a good mood, and
How does
we
he...
don't have a lot of time.
He stays in a good mood. That's your... I mean, no, I know he... I'm sure he does. He's a man, but, like,
Yeah.
people got needs.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It is what it is.
It's more like, thank God.
I wish I had time. To also
I'm just jealous of the amount of time he has to
I
masturbate.
had time.
Because like we never have time together because we're like our schedules are opposite and things. You know, it sucks. But it is what it is. You know.
You just do it when the baby's sleeping, right?
I'm doing other things when the baby is sleeping, like sleeping,
Ah.
or laundry, or trying to get some kind of food rety for later, or I'm cleaning,
Or adulting.
Yeah,
You're adulting.
You're adulting.
being an adult.
It's the age of majority.
Ugh.
Now I'm sad.
Adults suck.
Got these great tits.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Let's go ahead
We're
and
gonna end it on that.
call that.
We're gonna end it on great tits.
Thank you
Yeah.
once again for tuning into PSA Philosophy,
This is
Science,
a
and Alcohol.
weird one.
This was a strange one.
No,
it was fine. That was kind of.
It's fun though.
It was a nice branch off from the norm.
Yeah.
It was kind of very improvisational.
It was definitely unplanned.
Yes.
Great titties.
But we will be back next week with. You want to do it? You want to do the?
Oh, nothing but.
No. you wanna?
You're
sensually stroking those cards.
Yeah, that's.
No, let's do the meaning of life. Let's talk about.
Oh,
I
meaning of
legit
life?
want to talk about that Albert
Okay.
Camus and Rick and Morty video.
Okay, we'll talk about the meaning of life, you guys. That's
Yes.
gonna be a doozy.
That is gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, meaning of life is gonna be probably just as bad as free will.
That one was so rough.
Free will was
All
really
right,
rough.
for all of our serial listeners who remember free will,
Yeah.
Brett's mom.
Actually, I think my mom stopped listening.
Oh, I didn't know your mom listened.
I think she heard one of them.
That's good.
She
My dad
does.
heard one of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know, probably the first one. I was like, I don't get it.
Oh.
I don't know why you're doing the things you do.
Do you guys like put this on YouTube?
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
all
yeah,
okay.
let you know when it's up. It'll probably be up hopefully next week.
Next Monday
Next
or
Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Whenever I get around to it. I've been getting lazy. I need to get back.
Yeah.
You do
You
better.
put it up like 4 at one time.
Yeah, I did do that.
Just let me know when it's up.
Super.
Yeah,
lazy.
all right,
Yes.
so-
But thank you all so much for tuning in.
Thank you. And thank you, Danny, for
Coming
gracing
in
us with your presence.
and kind of driving the conversation in a way. That was
I'm sorry.
That was very
No,
nice and
it's good.
refreshing.
It was refreshing to talk to adults.
There you go. That was the point.
Adult.
Everybody's happy. Everybody
According
is
to
happy.
Danielle, I'm an adult.
Okay.
I'm 26.
Well, you're not
I'm gonna-
6.
What?
Well, you're not 6.
I'm not 6.
So.
No.
I don't think.
We will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.